Not
You're
so
like,
scared of
I want to
spiders.
be on the same team so that the spider does not attack me, knock me. I'll go with the. And I'm not a big Brood fan. Like until Brood came out, it's. I'm not a guy anymore. Bad read.
Ooh, you know, just drinking
looking
coffee,
spicy.
gave me some wise words, but I like the draft from LGD, so I'm going to stick with LGD. I don't really like spiders either, Black, so I'm hoping they squish the spider and we never see it. When you run out of so many ideas for predictions, it kind of gets really bad at this point. Thank you, Nomad, coming in game number 1. Oh, it's actually happening. For once, you guys aren't lying. Fortune Den comes in. 2 locked up. They'll go to the cogs, and, well, Ursa away. XM surviving. Same with X Nova. But, yeah, coming into this
hype,
one.
nothing happening.
It was... Yeah, you're right. A little fake hype coming out.
30 seconds to battle.
I'm always a big fan of this Night Stalker, though, up against the Oracle. We see it as the counter almost exclusively, it feels like at this point. Jump the back line, stop that Oracle from saving any of its allies.
Yeah, it's overall a great hero. Oracle,
Allah so
any saving potential is not going to be there, even against Puck. Puck doesn't like the blade. The Night Stalker potentially could be a really good pick. They have a lot of heroes that can close the gap behind the back line. The problem is, Night Stalker does not get the play when he's Viper, especially early on. One Viper strike, you're done. You're not moving. Historically, that has been the counter. Night Stalker. Also playing at the Wraith King doesn't feel too good for the Night Stalker. We're like, it's Radiance timing, the Wraith King, the Mischance. I personally try to play a lot of Night Stalker lately. Hero feels good. He's like decent in the lane. There's a lot of region. Look at his region 5 during 8 time, and he goes straight away. Like he has 5 armor, good strength, game.
Clockwork. Survive. Start fake hype.
Fake hype. That's 2 out of the 2 so far. Yeah, especially with Shadow Shaman, I think they will put a lot of pressure. It's very hard to zone out Night Stalker, but to time it might sound stupid, but he's much stronger in the lane.
Yeah, we'll see how the aggression works out for EHOME. Been seeing the Shadow Shaman a lot. Like, I love seeing the Shadow Shaman hit real hard.
They are going to win this lane, you know, because they don't have the face to deal with the skeletons later on. But once their first nighttime, like, they are going to start putting some.
Is this a lane maybe that Fade can kind of rotate around on this Shadow Shaman and leave Chalice alone for a little bit? Maybe to get those levels, get quicker to that 6.
That depends. Y is doing a good job getting a like half pull. The full pull, so that's gonna be very quickly. Well, they got level. Pretty big deal when you're playing Radiant out the lane. Pull the lane back, pretty, call it standard stuff these days.
Right. See how this goes for Ahmed, but he's doing well. All 3 cores actually on the side of LGD are doing well. Getting towards the top, enjoying their time. 13-1 for the Viper in the top lane. Faith Beyond on this Hurdle Viper cosmetic that exists.
Oh yeah, it's one of the ugliest ones. It's like half Dragonite, half Viper, and half Venomancer.
Yeah. Really odd combo, but he's doing a good job so far, and well, the same could be said for Nothing to Say. Faith Beyond now getting caught, battery assault, the damage coming in, snowball for the save, that hits on the XM. They do get first blood on Faith Beyond. They're trying to turn this at least for a trade. X Nova's there with the body block, not allowing Jin-Q to do anything with that tusk to get one in return. So Faith Beyond, he was CSing well, but goes down for first blood, and they still want to go for Jin-Q.
Oh, they're chasing.
He's got snowball in a second. Not sure would be enough even if he used
they could have killed him. Like Ursa had 2 mangoes. If you pop mango on a clockwork, Battery assault would
Dire's
slow him
top
down, so
tower
that
is
would
under
be...
attack.
But huge mistake there from Patreon. Like, he had a lot of gold in the bank, did not invest anything. Usually we just get Urn of Shadows Rush straight away. So he had like 700 gold in the bank, bought a Ventilate after he died. Something that could possibly save him, even like get him blood. Didn't invest any of his gold. No song for him.
Didn't have those diamond hands.
Go back to the bottom lane. Aggressive move on the Night Stalker, who has boots and Fraser, a lot of region. Man, Ame has the coolest looking great piece. This as it. I don't know what that is, and I love the build on 1-1-1, getting that crit. Sometimes I see even starting with the level 1.
Yeah. And just going to the 1-1-1, it's the Axe of the Vital Reliquary. Never heard of that actually. It's massive.
A lot of kill potential on the top, a bunch of slow, they're making a move.
Yeah, going in for X-Nova, just trying to get the damage out. The cogs keep them away. Not sure that's going to keep X-Nova alive. Ticking down to 30 health. X back in the lane, and Jinku goes to the tag team. He's broken it, and Nether talks. They're good for third up here. X-N just TP back. He's going to take a walk of shame. They might even lose X-Nova if he's not too careful. Fate comes in. He might just die. These
Ursa
heroes are
Shadows.
coming in one after the other.
He's dead. He's super dead with overtime damage. Shadows.
There's the kill. That's 2, and Night Stalker, now that they left him alone bottom, he's dead. So EHOME just making ill-advised move after ill-advised move and losing heroes for it.
This is why you buy Urn of Shadows on Bunker. I think EDF32 was the one who started this build from current Tundra team. Loves to play the hero. You don't allow enemy safe laners, especially Neil. Play the game. Ursa died twice in a row. They rotated with the Shadow Shaman edge. The PSG.LGD used that info so aggressively, killed the Night Stalker before the first night.
It's really an LGD in a good spot. Is this going to make the game for Brood harder? Because like Broodmother is trying to be active early, right? And try to force yourself down these lanes, get these towers quickly, but if your side lanes are dying and you have no real support, then how can you do it alone?
It's gonna be tough. Like Broodmother heavy lifting this game, but they have ways of deal with that. Nothing to say on Puck. Doesn't even have a point patience. Able to nuke the spiders. Tower is full HP. I think like his job is just to stay in the lane, not allow Brood. Mid lane, we could. Oh, they're making a move.
Dream Coil placed down, and they're going to turn this, looking for the Puck. At least nothing going just yet as they come around the back. They've got the X on a Jinku, but the immediate damage on a Fate. Shadow Shaman dropping Snowball across the cogs over to X-Nova. And with nothing to say, having the Illusion going over 2, he can jaunt there. Be right next to the Clockwork. Ajit needs to be careful. And this is EHOME just movements going wrong constantly.
It's already a 2k gold lead for PSG.LGD. They have 2 saving supports, but these supports are also making an aggressive move. Clock 3 null talisman just to have more mana regen, spamming the spells, more spell, and to be able to deal with the spiders. Now, Ame on the bottom, left alone.
Middle tower is under attack.
Going for standard build. These days, phase boots into casual gloves. Now he TP top lane. You want to be able to take the... I don't have the catapult, but the force Kelly Bros should be enough.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So they're going to come up top, do what you said, and maybe move a bit more.
Nice. Like, look at EHOME. They smoke to the bottom. They understand, like, we need to play with the Night Stalker. They'll catapult coming in, so great read from us.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And this is going to give them the town
Dire's
left easily
structures
for
are
free.
fortified. Dire's
Sure, it's
top
just gonna
tower
be a
is
trade.
under attack.
Oil on the mid lane.
And once again, they're going after Ajit. They've got the Snowball to follow it up. Dream Coil, Snowball, all out on Ajit. Shards just not quite there.
Radiant structures are
They do force
fortified.
them away from that mid-tier 1. It was a fight that could have gone really well for LGD. Their movements around the map have been basically perfect up to this point. And I worry for EHOME already down this month.
PSG.LGD, great understanding how many heroes they need
Dire's
to
middle
fight
tower
with the
is under
EHOME on the
attack.
top. They know
Radiant's
you
bottom
can
tower
kill
is
the
under
tower
attack.
alone with the skeletons, rotate one support just by walking hyper deep into the mid lane. They don't get anything out of
Radiant's
that, but they might
bottom
get a kill
tower
here.
has fallen.
Yeah, getting caught behind the tier 1
Radiant's
tower to get the kill
turret
there.
has been killed.
Beat Beyond end up in a
Dire's
stable.
middle
Both lose
tower
their
is
career
under
with some
attack.
items on it, which feels pretty bad, but they'll get some revenge of the tier 1 tower mid, and that's squeezing the net as Ajit now, as we can already see, is farming the opposite side.
Dire's middle
Into a
tower
spotlight.
has fallen.
The problem for Broodmother is lost a tier 1 tower on the mid. Usually,
Radiant's
you
bottom
want to be
tower
the
is
one
under
to
attack.
take it. That's Hand of Midas on the Brood. I believe it is. Yes, Hand of Midas. Not sure if I like it. You know, I'm not a Brood expert, as already mentioned, but what I've seen, you want to be able to put the pressure early, like you did not want to
Dire's top
this
tower
hero.
is
It's
under
still
attack.
a decent hero, but you want to be creating space for your own team. Hand of Midas does not do that.
Is there a different build, you know, different than what we naturally see on Ajit or well, on a Broodmother that might help him out? Let's hold on. They've got the kill on Fate, Shard, Snowball all coming through, and Fortune's in onto the Night Stalker. Too far away from Q as well. There's nothing to say. Meaning, like, you know, with the addition of this Shard or with changes that have been made, is there a different build that might allow Broodmother to use this Midas and feel a little bit more possible as a late game hero?
Radiant's
I
middle
have
tower
to
is
get
under
Boy
attack.
Kwam on the phone, you know, just ask him what
Pass
he
him on.
thinks. Like, you know, what do you think about the Hand of Midas Antagonism Scepter is viable? This is the greatest itemization from EHOME. Not just from EHOME, but pretty much from any sides, maybe the Alchemist all playing the Battle Fury. Because Broodmother with the Hand of Midas, Night Stalker going Hand of Midas, Battle Fury Ursa, like, you don't get to... You're just gonna be hitting the creeps. Let's see if it might pay off. What LGD is looking for. That raid timing on the Wraith King go together. Not right now, having a really good time. 112 CS, even more CS, Broodmother, a lot of those. Spiders, of course, and 1,000 gold.
Yeah, so Ame is going to get his Midas delivered in just a second. We see that it was a 3k lead for LGD just a moment ago, and it's actually dwindled down into a 1k lead. They might find X Nova again, but your EHOME, especially with Ursa, as well as the Brood continuing to farm. And this is continual kills for LGD as a pack. It's 4.
No, it's not just that. You have 2 Hand of Midas, you have 1 Battle Fury. Once you get the Battle Fury, you're still not ready to fight. You want to have
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
abilities when you're teaming. And also, you fight during the daytime.
Yeah. That sun's just too needed to be nice. Snowball in front, protects him in trouble. Fire blast, forward punch coming in from Jinky. Will try to get away, pops that ulti. Green coil on both him as well as X Nova. Both get caught. Huge silence for the waning Rift. X and gone. They don't even dive for X Nova with the glyph used on the tower. And they'll wait for the glyph.
A lot of time to build that tower. They will pressure the tower. Let's see if someone decides to rotate. Maybe what they do is fresh mid lane. There it is. Shadow Shaman. Drop the wards with the fighter. That's a lot of damage.
Get trickle down quick.
Yeah, I don't think you get the mid, you know. Heroes. Viper
Radiant's
going
middle tower is
ADOS, pretty
fallen.
standard build. Be able to lock people
Radiant's
inside
bottom tower
the
is
net
under
dogs.
attack.
Night Stalker is very mobile. Broodmother, they have side spot once he gets the blink dagger, but it's not going for the dragons to take it away. Getting that Witchblade first.
Is Kleppnir for Faith Beyond poor call? If you were to go from Ranavetos into the Kleppnir? I know that
It's a
item felt
possibility.
like Faith
Yeah,
before.
I don't mind. Maybe like BKB first. Depends. Ranavetos is not sure. Might be B. Stalker.
Right.
And then like Blazers. We again spiders possibly clear them out. AoE lockdown.
Kind of working with their time right now to use these Midases and hope to get to that Battle Fury. 1-3-1, so that has been slowed down significantly. Ajit, though, he's using his Midas, he's one component away from getting that ag. He's got the Midas on the Night Stalker. He picked up the Ogre hat, going into a BKB. They're given enough time to get these items. We could see a little bit more of a competitive fight from EHOME as it is not.
They just need time.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Not playing right now.
Throws the Walrus Punch on the Chalice, but fake hype again. Cutting off your points.
EHOME killing creeps.
Dire's middle tower
trying to get
is
back
under
into
attack.
the game. Maybe this is not a fake time
Radiant's
this time.
bottom tower is under attack.
And it is.
Tusk going for Falcon Blade. Yeah, we've really seen this
Falcon
item
Blade,
be
like,
popular in this region.
item. Not just in this region, but in this patch, I think. Everyone wants to have that. So a mana region, some damage, a lot of heroes benefit.
Dire's
Build
middle
yesterday
tower
on the
is under
Invoker,
attack.
Witchblade, Falcon Blade, the double blades coming in. There needs to be a blade build, combining all the blades. Like,
Axe is getting close to his relic. Again, they're putting the pressure on tier 2 downwards. You want to kill it. They understand. EHOME does not want to take fights right now. They're already using Dark Ascension. Time will be up there. 30 seconds.
Dire's
Take
top
the
tower
outpost.
has fallen.
I already there. Good job.
he's looking for a Blink Dagger, and he understands that his positioning is crucial, especially with the Night Stalker on the other team. He needs to stay back, needs to be able to find the proper positioning. Dream Coil used onto X-Nova. He'll be chased, but hook shots away over to Fade, giving him the assist.
Almost killed him. That overtime damage. The Witchblade.
Which blade is that?
Falcon Blade.
Dire are scanning.
So Ursa finishes the Battle Fury, Power Threads, going into BKB. Yeah, pretty standard stuff. Yeah, definitely need
Three can play.
fight they have.
Radiant's
Still
bottom
double up
tower
these that
is
go
under
through Magic
attack.
Immunity, Viper Strike, Tusk's Walrus Punch. Fight hard for Ursa, a lot of kiting potentially coming up.
Yeah, not the easiest Ursa game. Even with that BKB. They've got themselves a look over onto the Ursa, and Snowball comes across with a Walrus Punch. XM, he's stuck here and in trouble trying to TP away. They do end up getting the kill on the Jin Cubes. They lose XM, and it looks like Fade will follow. And 2-for-1 trade for LGD. Farm up some Serpent Wards, get a little bit more gold out of this. Another good moving trade from LGD.
Ursa just too aggressive there. Maybe if they got a 2-for-2 trade, kill the Puck. Didn't do it. The Shadow Shaman, one of the best heroes right now against all spirits, against the Puck. Why we see it so often. Also, they don't have a hero that Shadow Shaman. Better fight. They have seen for him. Chalice on the top. Coil. Yeah, looks like dead Night Stalker to me.
Should be with the Walrus Punch coming in, and GQ getting the kill. Nova trying to TP out and is successful in doing so. But they lose Chalice again, and it's been really smooth from LGD all over the map so far.
Is the war over already?
With the creeps to get back into the game. He's Aghanim Scepter going into good item there. Interesting.
Full pipe being built by
Yeah.
him.
Good. I'm okay with that. I also remember like player first one who did that kind of a, I believe, where you need to be the one putting the pressure. You build that fight and you want to end the
Right.
first fights are almost magic build. Then it's much easier. Go for the high ground push.
Did I feel a creak in my thoughts?
The scale, you still don't have. B, you have item, no disposal blade, no orchid on the Broodmother.
I'm so used to seeing that defeat the working kind of build from his Brood, but X-Nova dead again, there's nothing to say. as he continues to move around the map without a death. 3 of them. But inside the Roche pit, EHOME trying to get
Invisibility.
himself maybe an Aegis, and they know about it. The Spiderling spotted him. Not sure they're going to be able to go in, and it doesn't look like they're making a way over there either.
It's not the fastest approach. Tag team is gonna help out. EHOME
Radiant's bottom tower is
does
under
not want to
attack.
fight. And now you're gonna have to deal like you definitely don't pick it up.
Tower is under attack.
How do you get through Wraith King?
Yeah. That is not the easiest thing to do. Especially with a brood that doesn't have that diffusal, doesn't have a way to stop that reincarnation from going on. Like, this is going to be a tough fight if
Radiant's bottom
you
tower
in
is
fact
under
choose
attack.
to fight.
5 down on the Broodmother. Let's see if they decide to take a fight. They'll have the timing. Night Stalker will have his TP in the next minute. So
Who
they'll
put
be
that ground there?
Dire are scanning.
About
Are we gonna see the
1300 gold
same
away.
thing again? Like XM and Fate make a move in lane scenario. Clock is not there, but could possibly.
Could just move over, get a couple of kills again, and it feels rude if the Ursa is desperately trying to get into the BKB. Would love to pick up that Blink Dagger as well. Close the gap. After community. Wondering what to go for now that he's got
Maybe a Kel,
height.
because he's 0-0 and 0.
253 last hits. 0-0-0. Very active.
In terms of CSing in the neutral.
Where next
And the
is
bonus available.
bounty?
There it is. Bottom lane, though, they're going to go and try and make a move on XM once again. They've got that Viper Strike. He's slowed down, and it doesn't look like he's getting away with Fortune's End rooting him up. Purifying Flames coming in from Innocence, finishing blow onto XM. He just cannot have enough space as LGD continue to hunt him down. They've also got the Dream Coil onto Fade, who will shackle the spot. Serpent Ward's committed. Here comes Child's hook shot in. They'll look to finish off Innocence. They at least get the goal, so they've got the cards on the right field.
Fighters
Finally
with
get
the
the
fight.
over. And Fade Beyond, he's getting low, but there's the snowball
middle
trying to
tower
save him as
is
long as
under attack.
possible. They look for the rest of LGD might back away as well. But EHOME didn't up to safely re-engage. The Fade Beyond ends up dead. They've got the Assassin Claw. The Warren's punch out of the Broodmother. Just dies as LGD take their chances and are successful in killing off the Brood.
Now, once EHOME joins the fight is just completely over. They know they can't kill Wraith King. So much overpoint damage. It was a
Dire's
funny looking
bottom tower is
green
under
ball
attack.
of spiders going around with light effect on. It looks scary, but it's not as strong as it.
Yeah, and it ends up
Dire's structures are
kind of
fortified.
falling flat. They got Fade Beyond. That's, you know,
Dire's
that
bottom tower
killing
is
the
under attack.
Oracle, which is fine, but it felt at this point with how much farming you're doing on the Broodmother that you need to
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
They have 2 Force Staffs, 1 on Oracle. Also Viper decided to get them. So this is how you deal with like hiding against Ursa. They focus someone down. They also have 2 saving abilities. They need to be able to survive like internal engagement from the silence, Night Stalker hook shot. 2 Force Staffs. I like that.
Yeah, the Blink not exactly. I think that's going to be reliable for the Oracle as much as the Force Staff. He's got Blink Dagger. He's got that Falcon Blade with the Orb of Corrosion. He's looking to get in there and maybe blink. Forward Snowball Shard, get that combo off. Make sure that they can control these heroes continuously.
Dire's middle tower is under
Go
attack.
for it. Skeletons are winning. AC next to Wraith King. He's already got that hyper set.
Casual time. Something that
Dire's structures are
have
fortified.
statuses is the extra
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
self HP region and life steal.
Dire's middle
So
tower
a bit
is
of
under attack.
HP on top of that. EHOME, they're not making any aggressive moves. Try to make one on the bottom. In fact, they just smoke. So let's see what they want to do. Aegis timer. will be gone in 30
Dire's
seconds.
middle tower is under
They still
attack.
don't want to focus on mid.
Dire's middle tower
Kind of
has
showing
fallen.
and the presence felt. There go the Firewings and a lot of gold going up in a scene. They're going to use that Dark Ascension. Maybe coming from the back. They've got themselves the Hex on the Ursa. Those time to get the touch. And that's over 50 on the heroes. It's with the Astro. Pick up everything right up in the stage. They got themselves a shackle. They get some feet beyond the interposing stage. So GQ, the best option, but loses that first life. So now it's gone into the set. Fire Poacher comes in on a good shot. The Racing tries to turn this on, and the double roll is getting out of the Broodmother, and now XM can he survive? He's getting low and starting back with a big fight. They got it on for the second time to have the snowball as well. The shards, but it's not enough to kill an XM. And 4 heroes are gone here on LGD, and all they lose is the Shadow Shaman. That goes really well for EHOME.
EHOME did a very good job just understanding who they need to kill. But first, this is why like Night Stalker loves to play in the Oracle. They jump in, kill him instantly, then they deal with the Tusk and Viper, leave Buck in or Blast. Buck and Wraith, they need to be in first. Like they need to be the one initiating, because if they're not, then like your two support feel very dead.
Yeah. And this is shot from X Nova.
Oh,
Feels like
beautiful.
It feels like the first opportunity he's had to be aggressive. He makes it work real well. Even with the advantage that LGD have in terms of net worth, it felt very one-sided in the fight, but that was because of the execution coming in from EHOME, which is one of the things that they've struggled with a lot throughout the season. Even going from Yao to QQQ, it's a big difference in coaches. You see the difference in drafts. It's now just about how EHOME executes this, how they can make it work. Because even in the last series, they had these great drafts, but they weren't fit.
And that's the problem with the stains. I don't think
good remain.
necessarily wrong their draft. Execution. Like even though they were 5 gold behind, they're still taking that fight. He's going to next item. First he had like the Fusil Blade BKB. This is an earlier timing, so you need to start thinking about the or a late game oriented. With Shaman and another Hex, you will be able to control the Buck. Just Buck, but one extra hero. Night Stalker deals like a ton of damage, provides a lot of control, especially Dark Ascension. Get bonus 100 damage. Night Stalker getting caught.
Chalice, they have a lot of resources to have the break in the Viper strike thrown on the Chalice, trying to chase him with the Leaning Rift, and now the damaging with the rest of those to be here. Easy killing the Chalice, who is trying to build into that nullifier. He's a long ways away from it.
Standard build. You want to be able to deal with the support extra slow. I'm
coiling that more on XN. Pops that in range early, snaps the coil, trying to run. Ursa getting some distance, nothing to say, might stay with him with the illusory orb, and that's exactly what he does. But here's the Hex running in from David, comes on the tackle. False promise, and the shift. Buck trying to survive, but they already got the ton of innocent. Those over. I mean, this may be a terrible fight for LGD, because they are going to pop out from Hame. Not have to work with, they'll bring in some reinforcements and try to make this work with the break coming out of XM. And then a rage for a second, and he will end up dead. So LGD, they get the kill on the Ursa, so they'll take out Clockwork and finish off Fade prior, and this is a good fight for LGD. Almost a well-laid trap for EHOME.
Surprised EHOME decided to take that fight without a Night Stalker. Like, Night Stalker is the guy that you need to be alive to control the Oracle. Like, you've seen Oracle using a full staff to be able to close the gap, get that ulti on the Buck, and Ame, like, it takes quite a while to kill this hero. He has AC on, he has status resistance, so, like, those silences and not gonna last as long. So he got the level 20, more speedy.
Such a good move there by Ignis, knowing how long he had to get there. Four staffs himself,
Dire's
just in
bottom
range.
tower is under
False
attack.
promise immediately into the phase shift, getting away. Let's stay alive. So really close skirmish there that could
Dire's
put EHOME
structures are fortified.
probably about even in this game.
LGD, they need to be able to take care of each other, save and supports. One of the reasons why Dusk BKB
Dire's
as
bottom tower has
third
fallen.
item.
Radiant
blade
are
and
scanning.
one item. True, if we do like it's like half, 3/4 of an item, not a real item. But yeah, once we get that BKB, we'll be able to look in the snowball people. I think struggles with is AoE silence coming up with Night Stalker, and usually like any root mechanics, so he can like a bit of malice be able to blink in and snowball, but with the root mechanic. One Tusk, so keep choice.
Memory days of the Tusk being able to snowball any time. Breaking the smoke, Rock Base comes in with the gun, the snowball keeps going on. He can call by himself, he comes in with the first one, he's trying to keep this Broodmother alive. There's one wrapped with the hook shot, making the corner innocent. The Zuko is placed on a full XM as well. Challenge, and he's turns in the bottom corner from the Ursa, but get up losing XM. And EHOME survives snowballs there. That'll bring it over XM, surviving the onslaught from Challenge. And EHOME, he's got a double kill. They also take out Fade, and nothing to say is wicked sick as he is 7-0-12.
Jinq still chasing, that punch ready. That's Hex.
Takeon, he's also here. Ooh, four step. Oh, what a move. Coming in from Fate Beyond to stop that TP. Now Ajin has to get out of dodge, but not as easy anymore. And it doesn't look like he's getting out anywhere. Fate Beyond will get the kill, and rightfully so, because he's the one who made it happen.
EHOME needs to go in and kill that Oracle instantly, probably with hook shot, not allow him to use any Force Staff Ghost Scepter. He didn't get any health off in the fight. Once again, it's very hard to play into Night Stalker, that feels like lasts forever. But they got the Force Staff, got the Ghost Scepter, so a lot of ways for Ursa, BKB, this is the end rate. They can even get the one life of now with the Basher online has another way of lockdown. Deal with BKB.
Dire's middle barracks are
They're just
under
going to lose a set of
Dire's
racks. All of a sudden, it goes from 5 to 8 to 13k ahead. And this is just a massive lead here for LGD.
A prize.
It was feeling close before, but that last exchange, even with a lot of things going right for EHOME, generation don't feel close.
Yeah, that one fight looks really good. Jump them, kill the Oracle, they kill stuff. Looks good. Yeah, exactly what they need to do. But it's getting harder and harder. Second in a row. Once again, the long PSG.LGD rocket will scout things out.
Had to go for it.
Get up
And
Oh, for
if you
sure.
can.
Like if you steal cheese or Aegis, it's still worth it.
yeah. And he's only dead for 40 minutes. Giving up your life, maybe it could be a difference maker. Taking the Aegis cheese away. Maybe if he was a split second earlier, has the opportunity.
Yeah, you would definitely got it that.
It was close.
Last hit, cheese, Aegis, and possibly a kill on one of the 4 heroes inside a
Ooh.
bit.
Clockwork to save the day. It's the dream scenario right there. If you're ever playing Clockwork. I've seen it happen.
Yeah, no, it happens.
Thievery.
Yeah. It does.
Keep it on. Go down towards bottom and tier 3. They were able to hit mid tier 3 and set up X. Very
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
EHOME will try to defend this. They've used the smoke. Some kind of 2 heroes going for the long wrap around. Nothing to say. He breaks and around. They found the information that they need. EHOME immediately plays and they get the gun to the Ursa. He's gonna bounce back up the fight. The strike comes through on a challenge. They're chasing Fade as well. Challenge pops the DK. But get the kill on a Fade. Not that far back. Too close. He's on FM who just fought back. Right clicks coming in. There's bashes. X-Nova trying to save his bear. Will do so. Yeah, Gus gets up to the high ground. However, I mean, this engagement is over. OGD, they're still pressuring the bottom lane.
Try to make a move on the block who has the link Hex instead of a nuke to remove the link in the speeder.
Dire's
A bad
bottom
move
barracks
overall.
is
Now you lose the second set of barracks. They're just gonna go in and probably end the game because I feel like EHOME does not have the tools nor the damage at this point.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
And down 22,000. This is a rough one. They're gonna try and hold on as best they can. They've got everybody up for one last fight. Maybe they can come out ahead. But it's not exactly the easiest ahead. Move forward. They've got the break. The counter strike is huge. So now he's at the wall of touch and immediately just hits that turn fight. They're gonna bring the Broodmother in. He's hit with his Abyssal Blade. Down goes Ajit. He's got no buyback, and GG will be called. LGD taking this in a simple one. That looked okay for EHOME at the beginning. They now apart soon after. LGD doing a great job, and you know, being